Hello friends, patrons, and donors of the Mississippi Valley Orchestra. My name is Hoyin Kwok and I have the privilege to serve as the music director and conductor of this amazing organization. I hope that you're all staying at home safely and enjoying the beautiful weather outside while it lasts. It's been a long time since our last concert in February, and I want to let you know that we miss you incredibly, and we are trying our best to keep the music going. I also want to give you an update about what we have been doing in the past few months, and let you know that what you can do to be a part of it and support the well-being of the orchestra in the future. After our last concert, we were excited to prepare for the April concert, which features Mahler's monumental First Symphony and our guest artists Susie Park and Sarah Grimes. We unfortunately had to cancel the rest of the season due to the COVID pandemic. Soon later, on May 29th, the roof of the Ivy building caught fire during the civil unrest related to the killing of George Floyd, when debris from an arson across the street landed on it. Our tuba player Laurel Chapman, whose instrument repair shop was in the building, was in urgent need of help. But friends, including crews from MVO, friends of friends, and people who were in the area that day just to look for someone to help, showed up in waves and helped Laurel by evacuating the shop, drying the instruments and tools, and offering financial help on GoFundMe. There is still a lot to do before the shop can be up and running again, but I'm happy to report that Laurel is recovering with a positive spirit, and I'm deeply moved by everyone who selflessly offered their help. MVO feels strongly about social justice issues and finds it necessary to grieve and discuss about the killing of George Floyd. In response to that, we observed Blackout Tuesday on June 2nd and released MVO's 2019 performance of George Walker's Lyric for Strings the day after. The board also postponed its annual meeting and used that day to begin a conversation about racism together. We learned from each other's experience and discussed what the organization can do moving forward that is meaningful to the community. The MVO board, teams, and staff continued to work throughout the spring and summer on everything that keeps our organization going. We were determined to keep the music going in whatever way safely possible under the pandemic. We launched MVO Recap, a 10-episode online video series that features excerpts of our past performances with commentary from MVO musicians and soloists. The videos were premiered on our website, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube Tuesdays at 7 p.m., our regular rehearsal time. To support our community and provide live music during the pandemic, a small number of MVO musicians continued the tradition of MVO Summer Quartet for 9 performances in 3 days at the Bauhaus Brew Labs. In a joint effort to better the community, Bauhaus donated $1 for every beverage sold in the evenings of MVO performance to #RestoreNorth to help rebuild small businesses in North Minneapolis. In preparation for these outdoor social distance performances, we rehearsed and gave private performances in backyards and senior living facilities. We even organized a mini concert for Henry Charles Smith and his neighbors. We have plans for Crutet in 2021, so please stay tuned for more. Although we have decided to wait for a safer time to give public concerts, MVO is committed to serving the music community in the Twin Cities by offering regular rehearsals and other musical activities. Health safety remains to be the top priority, and the orchestra has taken serious precautions to prevent the spread of virus. All of MVO activities are optional to our musicians in accordance with information and guidelines from the CDC and the state of Minnesota. In August, we drafted a detailed COVID-19 preparedness plan and set up a rehearsal safety team to enforce the measures, including social distance seating, temperature taking, mandatory mask, and health declaration forms. We moved our rehearsal to a better air-circulated venue and limited the amount of musicians, with a plan to gradually open up in phases in the future. We updated our website with all the current safety information and even created a musician login where musicians can easily access internal materials. We have plans to facilitate chamber music making among MVO musicians and also other social and musical projects involving esteemed musicians in the Twin Cities in the future. This year has been very difficult for many arts organizations, and the Mississippi Valley Orchestra is no exception. Besides not having the opportunity to perform for you and ourselves, we have lost a considerable amount of income sources. For 45 years, MVO has been proud to be the only orchestra in the Twin Cities area that charges no dues and whose concerts are all free for public. As a result, almost the entirety of our income is derived from individual donations. Although the cost of strategizing and planning activities this year is high and very risky, we are determined to retain our identity as an orchestra for the community, and we are asking for your help and be a part of it. Our current budget is predicting a loss of more than $10,000 for this year, and if we are in a situation to give concerts in the spring with no audience, the deficit could be doubled or tripled. Your support has been invaluable to our success in reaching out to the community with beautiful music for families to enjoy, and we do not take that for granted, especially this season. On November 19th, we have an opportunity to support MVO by donating on Give to the Max Day. Simply go to givemn.org and search for Mississippi Valley Orchestra and give a donation of any amount to us, either one time or monthly. If you miss Give to the Max Day, you can also visit our website, click Support MVO, and donate any amount through the donor box. Every dollar counts, and every contribution is put to use supporting MVO in and outside the concert hall. I hope that you value MVO's musical and social commitments and become or remain one of our extremely appreciated donors. Please help us to bring more music to the community and do not miss this opportunity. Thank you, and we hope to play for you very soon.